you have reached out to me. I must say I was surprised when you reached out to me this time. I had hoped that my nephew, Kobe, would be sharing my correspondence with him with you. But I was not too sure he was doing it. I'm glad that he has been sharing them with you. I hope you will also share this one with him. You sent me a short note to ask a question that on the surface seemed simple, but in reality is complex and difficult. You asked, what should a woman do if her man says he regrets marrying her? You asked if that should not be grounds for the dissolution of the marriage. I immediately knew where the concern was coming from. You have no doubt become aware of your husband telling me that sometimes he regrets marrying. I suspect you have read my response to him, but let me address your concern specifically. I could go down the lane of semantics and say that your husband never said he has regretted marrying you. What he actually said was that sometimes he regrets marrying. But I regard this matter as too serious to do semantics over it. So let's get right down to it. What should a woman do if a man says he regrets marrying her? As you want me to address. My answer, the woman should not make more of it than is necessary. You see, when a man says I regret marrying, he is not necessarily attacking his wife. He is not saying that his wife has failed him. Marriage is not easy for either the man or the woman, but it takes a much bigger adjustment for the man. This is because women are often better prepared for marriage than we men are. But that is neither here nor there. I think that if a man tells his woman that he has regretted marrying, she should first of all not take it personally. It may not necessarily be about her. She should not take it as a reflection on her performance as a wife. Secondly, the woman should seek understanding. Why is her man saying that? In most cases, when a man says he regrets marrying, he is indicating his frustration and sense of inadequacy as a man and as a husband. Men typically believe that it should be a breeze to make their wives happy. We are often misled as men by the initial joy of our women to have us in their lives to mean that making a woman happy is quite easy. And then in marriage, a man convinces himself that he is doing his best as a husband, but his wife is still not happy, and it confuses him. Why is she not happy? She should be happy. And especially when the woman goes on to express her unhappiness and dissatisfaction, her man gets even more confused and becomes defensive. He believes he's doing his best. And so if his wife is not happy, then there must be something wrong with her and not with him. So what a woman should do is to create the environment for him to talk, if he will. If he opens up, the woman should understand that she is not the one on trial. She should just allow him to vent his frustrations. She should listen and help him understand that her dissatisfaction with what is going on in the marriage is also not an indictment on him, but a cry for him to pay a little bit more attention to the dynamics of their relationship. But the chances are that the man may not be able to open up, or he may say things that may make the situation worse than it was to begin with. So I suggest another approach for the woman, which I believe is a better approach. Let's get back to the basics and how a lot of relationships begin. Boy meets girl and is smitten by her, or girl meets boy and she is smitten by him. The girl may at this time not even be aware of the existence of the boy, and the boy may not be thinking of the girl at all. The point I'm making is that it is not always that those we fall in love with loved us at the same time. What often happens is that we fall in love and then we do everything we can to give the other party reason to love us back. We don't walk away when we make our move and the other party says they don't love us or they don't feel for us what we feel for them. As long as we know and believe we love them, we continue to give them reasons why we should be their choice. And this goes for both men and women. So, we may call more frequently. We may find ways of making sure we are on their mind. Or, generally, we'll find ways of letting them know that we want to be there for them. That we really care for them. In other words, we give reason to love, for the person to love us as much as we love them. So it really doesn't matter what your partner, that your partner says he regrets marrying you, or worse, that he doesn't even love you anymore. That may hurt or be disappointing, but really, it doesn't matter. What really matters, especially if your partner is not calling for divorce, is whether you still love them or not. As long as you are convinced of your love for him, just continue to give him reason to love you back. The good news is that the human being is programmed to respond to love, no matter the source. And over a period, no human being is able to resist love when it is genuine. This approach is difficult, and it takes time, but it works. It is effective in reviving love in marriages. So let the woman consistently be the wife a man needs, and let a man in a similar situation consistently be the husband his wife needs. And when the woman or the man is consistent in this, it is only a matter of time when the situation turns around. I know this works because of my own personal experience. There was a time when I was convinced that I had married the wrong person, and I began acting up. Then one day, my wife said to me, "Ebo, you may think you made a mistake in marrying me, but I know I did not make a mistake in marrying you." The impact of her statement forced me to become the man I needed to be for her. And that is the secret to our 43-year-old marriage.
Wow.
My dear Akua, it doesn't always help to use words your partner says in frustration and in his low times against him. And this goes for Kobe too. He should not use your words born out of exasperation against you. A relationship must be strong enough to survive what I call, and please pardon me to use the phrase, verbal farts from time to time. Kobe saying that sometimes he regrets marrying is nothing but a verbal fart. It is unpleasant, but it should not define the future of the marriage. Beautiful and elegant Akua, make time to talk and air some of the frustrations in the marriage with your husband, Kobe. I'm sure it will help. And I'm praying that it does help. We'll talk again. And this is from your father-in-law, Ebo.